Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of colors presented by the Embry-Riddle Joint Color Guard and the singing of the national anthem by the a cappellas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you to the Joint Color Guard and the a cappellas. You may be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pablo Alvarez, and I'm the Dean of Students for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University's Worldwide Campus. On behalf of the Platform Party and the faculty, it is my distinct honor and opportunity to welcome you all to the 2023 Commencement Ceremony. At this time, I would like to introduce you to our stage guests for this morning. I'm going to ask that you please hold your applause until everyone has been recognized. Members of the Platform Party, please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Starting in the back on your left, Dr. Larry Jenkins, Mace Bearer. Dr. Alexander Siedslach, Dean for the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Ken Witcher, Dean for the College of Aviation. Dr. Manish Sharma, Dean for the College of Business. Mr. Edward Trombley, Registrar. Dr. John Wattret, Chancellor for Embry-Riddle Worldwide Campus. General Jacqueline Van Ovost, Commander of the United States Transportation Command. And Dr. P. Barry Butler, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University's President. Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, I know I just told you to sit, but I'm going to ask you to stand one more time. Please stand as Mr. Jim Pepin comes forward to offer the invocation.
Let us pray. Wise and gracious one, we ask your blessings upon the students, faculty, and staff of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. We have been called to the high task of seeking knowledge, promoting ethics, and seeking growth in mind, body, and spirit. We give thanks for the gift of the graduates here today in the ways in which they have made this university a better place for having been here. We ask that you grant students and family joy and satisfaction as they see their dreams of graduation fulfilled this day. We ask this in your confidence of your grace. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Mr. Pepin. It is my pleasure now to welcome to the podium Dr. John Wattret, Chancellor for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Worldwide Campus.
Good morning, graduates, families, friends, and guests. We are truly thankful to be together today for this celebration. Graduation is the most anticipated event of the year, not just for the feeling of excitement that comes with completing your degree, but to recognize that each of you is here today because of your commitment and determination to push yourselves towards greatness. Like all of you, in 1926, two men aspired to greatness. T. Higby Embry, an entrepreneur, and John Paul Riddle, a barnstormer, launched the Embry-Riddle Company that taught flight, specialized in airmail delivery, and coordinated aircraft sales. After a series of mergers and acquisitions, the Embry-Riddle Company can be traced to what is now American Airlines. After the mergers, Embry did retire, but Riddle, whose passion for aviation was unwavering, found a new opportunity. He took on a new partner, John McKay, and they established the Embry-Riddle School of Aviation in 1939, located in Miami, Florida. As a school of aviation, it thrived and grew, but so often what happens throughout history, war interrupted. When Pearl Harbor was attacked, Riddle and McKay knew what they could offer. Without hesitation, they put their full support behind aiding the Allied war efforts by training cadets to be pilots and providing mechanics and technicians. They also established a presence in São Paulo, Brazil, in support of related efforts. Eventually, Embry-Riddle became one of the first institutions approved to educate veterans under the GI Bill. It wasn't until Jack Hunt was named president in 1963 that the school, then named Embry-Riddle Aeronautical Institute, moved from Miami to Daytona Beach, Florida. In fact, in 1965, the move took place over one weekend with the help from civic leaders and citizens in this Daytona Beach community. Known as Operation Bootstrap, 31 trucks relocated Embry-Riddle to Daytona Beach, and this is where it has been ever since. In 1970, 2 years after earning SACS accreditation, the name was changed to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and it has not stopped growing. With 2 residential campuses, one here in Daytona Beach and the other in Prescott, Arizona, and the worldwide campus with over 100 locations in the US, Europe, Asia, and online, this university, your university, continues to promote excellence in aviation, aerospace, and space. Like your alma mater, you have grown beyond where you started. We know that the journey that brought you here today is not one that you have done alone. Some of the faculty who have guided, mentored, and taught you from your first class to your capstone are here today to help you celebrate. Distinguished faculty, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. The dedicated staff who helped and advised you, mapping out your journey to today, are here to celebrate with you too. Staff, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. And finally, the most honored guests, your family and friends who have supported your journey on this path are celebrating you today. Graduates, please stand and acknowledge your families for their support. Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, it's my honor to welcome Dr. P. Barry Butler, University President, to the podium to officially open the commencement ceremony.
Thank you, Chancellor Wattrette. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, it is my honor and pleasure to declare this 2023 commencement ceremony now open. Welcome and congratulations. Today, we honor more than 300 graduates joining us here from across the United States and the world. Though you come from different places, you share common traits: a love for learning, a commitment to service, and a desire to innovate. On this day, we applaud you and all you have accomplished. Earning a degree from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, the world's premier aviation and aerospace institution, is not easy. Our programs are highly challenging. The demands on students, whether they are studying aeronautics, business, engineering, or data analytics, are rigorous. Still, you pursued degrees online and, in fact, through the pandemic. I commend you for your dedication, and your perseverance will serve you well as you move forward. Every one of us here today takes great pride in being a part of your graduation from Embry-Riddle. You too should be very proud. And so should your family members and friends who've supported you through this very difficult journey. You are now about to become part of an elite community of Embry-Riddle alumni, and each of you will be Eagles forever. So now, it is my honor to introduce our very distinguished and extraordinary commencement speaker, who has blazed a path in our military like very few others. United States Air Force General Jacqueline D. Van Ovost. General Van Ovost is one of 11 combatant commanders currently serving as the 14th commander of the U.S. Transportation Command. The TRANSCOM's mission is to project and sustain military power globally in order to assure allies, deter potential adversaries, and if necessary, respond to win decisively. General Van Ovost has a diverse operational and training background, which includes the command of an air refueling squadron, a flying training wing, the Presidential Airlift Wing, and Air Mobility Command. She's held several staff and joint assignments where she spent time as an advisor to senior military leaders on acquisition, operation, plans, and policies. Each of these experiences has afforded her a full picture of the global strategic environment we are operating in today. She holds a bachelor's degree in aeronautical engineering from the United States Air Force Academy and is a graduate of the United States Air Force Test Pilot School. General Van Ovost earned a master's degree in mechanical engineering from California State University and has a master's of strategic studies from the Air War College. A very accomplished pilot, General Van Ovost has more than 4,200 military flight hours in more than 30 different aircraft. It is my distinct honor to welcome General Jacqueline Van Ovost. General?
Thanks, Dr. Butler, for such a warm welcome to your beautiful campus and for that kind introduction. Wow, what a fantastic opportunity it's been exploring this university's campus and halls to see firsthand all your faculty does for our nation through the stellar education of so many of our service members. The agility necessary to solve complex problems facing our nation and our allies and partners can be realized through the higher education this institution provides. Through the great flexibility of a worldwide campus, our globally stationed service members and citizens from around the world have access to a prestigious education. Thank you. All right, good morning, Embry-Riddle Eagles. Thank you. It's a great honor to speak to you today. After the last couple of days, I've seen and spoke to many students aspiring to sit in the very seats that you're sitting in today and achieve what you are only moments away from achieving. We celebrate today not merely as a successful culmination of academic achievement, but as a day signifying your great potential to make a difference in this world. So I'll lead with a personal commitment to you that I won't delay your rightfully deserved honors on this stage for more than a few minutes, because I remember how I felt in my commencement day. But in return, I ask that you briefly follow me down a future path paved with markers towards even greater achievements and redefining the art of the possible. A future path where after today, the first steps will already be behind you. First, if you seek success beyond today, opportunities beyond tomorrow, and the mastery of your craft into the future, you must continue to set your goals high. As an alumni of this university, you carry prestige that comes with high expectations and the responsibility to fulfill them. So continue to stay engaged and serve with the passion necessary to accelerate towards your goals and the goals of the organizations you serve. From my vantage point on this stage, I see the faces of those who will solve challenges across government and industry, across our changing geopolitical landscape. Among you are the individuals who will reimagine a future that will leverage technologies still in their infancy, like AI and machine learning. Technologies that will lay the groundwork to solve challenges yet to come, but only if you aspire to do something greater. Continuing down the path that led you here will allow you to shape the future of your fields and impact generations of those after you through the common threads that bind you together. Your future is bright. Whether your goal is to engineer new technologies, develop new business models, assure safety and security, or fly the machines that so boldly slip the surly bonds. But bold action requires strong commitment, perseverance, and a willingness to take risks and embrace failure. For it was Robert F. Kennedy who told us, "Those who dare to fail greatly can achieve greatly." So celebrate your victories and treat any failures along the way as learning opportunities. I offer you this based on my own high aspirations. You see, the path that led me to you here today involved many challenges. From an early age, I dreamed of flying airplanes, fast airplanes. Beyond Mach 1 was my dream. But back then, government policies prevented women from flying combat or fighter aircraft. This was something I would have to overcome. To do so, I focused on my schooling and other achievements that led me to the Air Force Academy, where I would continue my journey to becoming a fighter pilot. As a lifelong learner, I was particularly drawn to the subjects of math and science. In these disciplines, I found the tools to balance the demands of life and navigate around restrictions to make my dreams a reality. Ultimately, instead of flying just one fighter, I was able to fly them all, following a test pilot path. Your ability to strike balance with the demands of your personal and professional life, along with your education, already prove you're a lifelong learner. Like your accomplishment today, achieving greatly begins with small steps forward, each one bringing you closer to obtaining the knowledge and experiences to succeed in tomorrow's strategic environment. So, what will be necessary to sustain progress towards these challenging goals? Courage. Within you lies the courage to be brilliant, if only you'll take the chance. Courage is a prerequisite for the path ahead of you. Courage to stay the course, courage to face adversity, and the courage to speak up. I will need those of you who serve our nation to have the courage to offer fresh perspectives and ideas to deal with the challenges we have on the horizon. For those in industry or other government institutions, your leaders will need your courageous voice to offer solutions to novel problems and to move the needle of success. Simply put, on this path, one of us is never as strong as all of us. But if you find the path before you is worn or has come to a dead end, it's time to consider daring greatly and forging a new path by blasting through any hindrances to your progress. Because staying competitive in your career and living the fulfilling life that you were meant to live requires you to get uncomfortable, to have the courage to break out of the norm and shoot for the stars. In fact, it's just a brief flight down the beach from here where I decided to watch such courage in action on a clear June day in 1983. At 17, I skipped school. I jumped in a Cessna 172 and entered a holding pattern over the Melbourne VOR. In just 8.5 minutes, from my aerial vantage point, I watched Sally Ride blast a new path on the back of 6.5 million pounds of thrust, becoming the first American female to reach space. Sally overcame barriers because she prepared herself, she persevered, and she had the courage to dream big. So to achieve greatly, you must also be prepared, because there is no perfect path. You have to be prepared to grow your resilience, to face life's twists and turns, and break the barriers that are before you, to not allow culture or policy to guide your course. Resilience will allow you to recover quickly, to redraw your battle plan, and if necessary, advance down a different path to reach your goal. The rigors that you have overcome at Embry-Riddle demonstrate a resilience and a capacity to achieve more. You have grown yourself to better serve those around you, your industries, and for some, our military services. Your path will be filled with opportunities to dare greatly and to pay it forward to the next generation. So here you are, sitting in the very seats that those behind you aspire to sit in. You're ready for graduation, but are you ready to take the next steps? To set your goals high, to have the courage to dare greatly. to navigate an ever-changing path? If so, strap in. Prepare yourself for the unknown. Stay a lifelong learner. Have the courage to shoot for the stars and inspire others to their own greatness. As a close, I want to give a special thanks to the families, peers, mentors, and friends who have guided these graduates along their journey to this moment, especially to our military families who are the foundation of our force and the unsung heroes of our military services. Graduates, each of you has the brightest of futures, whether that be in the military service, public service, or industry. There are so many opportunities to make a difference, and you are just getting started. To you I say, go for it. Or a more eloquent quote from an ancient philosopher, Yoda. Do or do not. There is no try. Embry-Riddle class of 2023, congratulations to you on this momentous day. Thank you for inviting me to speak.
Very inspirational. Chancellor Watrette, would you like to come forward? General, the only word I can think of is inspirational, and that was truly it. So thank you for sharing your time with our graduates and their families today. As a token of our appreciation, we'd like to present you with our Distinguished Speaker Award and say thank you again for taking time out to spend time with our graduates. General.
Embry-Riddle's longtime support of the military is a point of pride. In fact, U.S. News & World Report has ranked Embry-Riddle number 1 or 2 for the best online bachelor's programs for veterans for 8 years straight. Many of the graduates here today are veterans in active duty. You will know who they are as they cross the stage because they will be wearing a blue stole. Will they and all members of the military and veterans who are here today please stand to be recognized? Thank you so much for your service and sacrifice. At this time, the faculty of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Worldwide are pleased to present the candidates for graduate degrees. As we announce our graduate students, you will see they have been hooded to reflect their status as graduate candidates. This took place yesterday in a hooding ceremony. As they cross the stage, you will notice that while all hoods reflect the Embry-Riddle school colors of royal blue and gold, the colors of the satin binding on the hoods are different. Each color distinguishes one college degree from another. From the College of Arts and Sciences, gold hoods denote graduates earning the following degrees: Master of Science in Emergency Services and Master of Science in Human Factors. From the College of Aviation, silver hoods denote graduates earning the following degrees: Master of Aviation Maintenance, Master of Science in Aeronautics, Master of Science in Aviation and Aerospace Sustainability, Master of Science in Aviation Safety, Master of Science in Cybersecurity Management and Policy, Master of Science in Occupational Safety Management, and Master of Science in Unmanned Systems. Orange hoods denote graduates earning engineering, Master of Science in Aerospace Engineering, a Master of Science in Airworthiness Engineering, Master of Science in Unmanned and Autonomous Systems Engineering, and Master of Science in Systems Engineering. From the College of Business, drab hoods denote graduates earning the following degrees: Master of Business Administration and Aviation, Master of Science in Engineering Management, Master of Science in Leadership, Master of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Master of Science in Management, Master of Science in Management Information Systems, and Master of Science in Project Management. Several graduates will be wearing gold medallions. These master's degree candidates are to be graduated with distinction, as they have achieved a grade point average of 4.0 for the entirety of their program. As a group, Will these students please stand and be recognized this morning? Please be seated. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Alexander Siechlag, Dean for the College of Arts and Sciences, to come to the podium.
Will the candidates for the master's degree from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Dr. Butler, Dr. Bertrett, it is my honor to present the candidates for the College of Arts and Sciences master's degrees as recommended by faculty.
This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Emergency Services, Marie Faulkner, with distinction. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Human Factors. Mauricio Burgo Ayalde, with distinction. Jacob Hendry. Denise Marie Hopkins, with distinction. Jillian McCallum, with distinction. Shala Ray, with distinction. Cheryl Rivera Melendez, with distinction. Abigail Renee Strickland, with distinction. Elizabeth Jean Welch, with distinction. This concludes the presentation of master's degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences.
At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Ken Witcher, Dean for the College of Aviation, to come to the podium.
Will the candidates for master's degrees from the College of Aviation please rise? Dr. Butler, Dr. Bertrett, it is my honor to present the candidates for the College of Aviation master's degrees as recommended by the faculty.
This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Aviation Maintenance. Allison Renee Dolson, with distinction. Yaroslav Tolstov Kushnar. Puntuni Manina Powan, with distinction. Mohammed A. Marshidi. Michael Rodriguez. This begins with the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Aeronautics. Rosemary Babajanian. Rachel Ann Baez. Donnie Kala. Dennis William Chapman, with distinction. Dao Heng Chen. Andrew Clark, with distinction. Daryl Earl Crane. Jose Vicente Cubeos. Bradley Aaron Dill. Jessica Marie Falcinelli, with distinction. Whitney Simone Foster. Donald James Fusco, with distinction. Amanda Michael Gard, with distinction. Marjorie Hamaker, with distinction. Colin Matthias Johnson, with distinction. Luke A. Johnson, with distinction. Michael David Kennedy, with distinction. Kevin M. Knight. Martin Mejia Madrid, with distinction. Tabitha Christine Parson. Peter Perez, with distinction. Thomas M. Peterson, with distinction. Jacob Riddle. Onez Rico Rodriguez Masas, with distinction. Jennifer Sent, with distinction. Benjamin Marion Skurick. Josue M. Vadi, with distinction. Chelsea Marie Yoakum, with distinction. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Aerospace Engineering. Armando J. Camacho. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Airworthiness Engineering. Jessica Anais Mora, with distinction. Wyatt D. Steiner. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Aviation and Aerospace Sustainability. Juana Maria Nunez. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Aviation Safety. Brittany Nicole Glish. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Occupational Safety Management. Sarah Elizabeth Church. Justin J. DiNardo. Brandon Michael Geiger. Nigel Noel. Alyssa L. Ryder. Ashley Nicole Ely Williams, with distinction. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Unmanned Systems. Sean Christie. Alfreda Johnson. John Jamal Williams. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Systems Engineering. Shauna Everett. Isaiah Malik Elliott. Noel Gonzalez. Michael Patrick Lomani, with distinction. Aria McCardle, with distinction. Derek Ryan Mercer. Brandon Tarazzi II, with distinction. Anthony Tyrone Tucker II. This concludes the presentation of master's degrees from the College of Aviation.
At this time, I invite Dr. Manish Sharma, Dean for the College of Business, to come to the podium.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees from the College of Business please rise? Dr. Butler, Dr. Watret, it is my honor to present the candidates for the College of Business master's degrees as recommended by the faculty.
This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration in Aviation. Talea Darnay Adams. Jaffer Aladdin. Randy Allen Bartz. Giovanna Rosa Bauman with distinction. Samir Dave with distinction. James Lee Denoyer with distinction. Stephen R. Guthrie. Jamal Hossein Hamza. William Knight. Shalva Kotajvili. Jean-Vier Marrero Torres with distinction. Fabian Martin. Fabian Fitzgerald Martin Sr. with distinction. Tyler Timothy McAllister with distinction. Aladeen Minyawi. Thomas Molina. Michael John Peacock. Nasro East Shire. Jorge Enrique Sierra Rodriguez. Christopher Levi Slade. Brian Knox Sandy. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Engineering Management. James Joseph De La Porte. Bonnie Adele Eck. Jessica McCree Bradley with distinction. Jason Malero. Michael Jose Smith, Jr. Joseph Vincent Spellman, Jr. Ariel Vargas. Michael R. Safuto with distinction. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Leadership. Mohan S. Abhiyasinha with distinction. Christine Marie Burnett with distinction. Diana Dawn Dion. Hugo Villarreal with distinction. Brooke Taylor Wallace with distinction. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. Christian Carlos Acevedo Perez with distinction. Kiesha Coachman. Darian Durrell Drayton with distinction. Paul Matthew Flores. Brian J. Key with distinction. Stephen Albert Kreider with distinction. Christian Gabriel Melendez. Harrison Rios Lopez. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Management. Corey James Goodnight. Colin Lloyd Hale with distinction. Andrew Rex Henderson with distinction. Tria La Joaquina Tamarian Sudler. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Management Information Systems. Christopher Abakan with distinction. Daniel Beltran. Jorge Andre Canidao. Terry L. Dallas. This begins the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Project Management. Christy Kolaku. Anthony Michael Fries with distinction. Kleinberg, with distinction. Linda J. Pyre, with distinction. This concludes the presentation of master's degrees from the College of Business. This also concludes the presentation of master's degrees.
Congratulations, graduates. Now, regarding the undergraduate degree candidates here today, you'll notice that a number of them are wearing honor cords. The significance of these cords is directly connected to academic performance. Those graduates who are wearing white cords have achieved a grade point average between 3.5 and 3.69 and graduate this morning cum laude with honors. As a group, will these students please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. Those graduates who are wearing red cords have achieved a grade point average between 3.7 and 3.89 and graduate this morning magna cum laude with great honors. As a group, will these students please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Those graduates who are wearing gold cords have achieved a grade point average between 3.90 and 4.0 and graduate this morning summa cum laude with highest honors. As a group, will these students please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Dr. Sieslag, would you please come to the podium to present the undergraduate candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences?
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Dr. Butler? Trett? It is my honor to present the candidates for the College of Arts and Sciences bachelor's degrees as recommended by faculty.
This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Communication, Darrell Leon Ward II. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Emergency Services, Trevor Fretwell, Alpha Sigma Lambda. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Homeland Security, Jacques Alice Auguste, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Raymond Mejia, Jr., cum laude, Sigma Delta Sigma. Lady L. Whited. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies, Jasmine Elizabeth Black. Kristen Marie Sanchez. Stephen Evans Wright. This concludes the undergraduate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Dr. Witcher, will you please come to the podium to present the undergraduate candidates from the College of Aviation?
Will the candidates for the Bachelor's and Associate's degrees from the College of Aviation please rise? Dr. Butler, Dr. Watret, it is my honor to present the candidates for the College of Aviation's Bachelor's and Associate's degrees as recommended by the faculty.
This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aeronautics. Emmanuel Adi. Jonathan Alvarez Artiega. Brock Frederick Banzoff, cum laude. Lori Bell. Holly Elizabeth Blackman, summa cum laude. Remington William Brown. Good David. Andres Kadavid, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Nicholas Tadeo Carvajal. Francisco G. Castro Lazavo. Joseph Glenn Chasteen. Isaiah Donnell Coleman Sr., cum laude. Brian Scott Coots. Jose Ivan de la Cruz. Diego Diaz, cum laude. Cesar David Escudero Swing. Brian William Gammon, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Rohan George, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Nicholas George Jr., summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Connor Michael Gray, summa cum laude. Madison Marie Green, magna cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Vincent Cole Hambright. Navid Huck, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Jonathan Earl Harnett, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Jeremy Javier Peralta. William G. Johnson. Troy Sterling Johnson II. Jonathan Leach, magna cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Tenzin Legdon. Karen Juliana Leguizamon Avadano, cum laude. Diego Emmanuel Llorente. Jared Alexander Love. Cangela Luando Jr., cum laude. Jose Gabriel Montanado Leon. Kendall J. Martinborough, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. John Eddie Marias, Jr. Emma Mason. Rasheen Main. Christopher James Minix, magna cum laude. Laura Sophia Milano, magna cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Trey Moore, summa cum laude. Nicholas Morera, magna cum laude. John Morgan. Noel Mox, Jr. Khalid Nasser, cum laude. Jael Negron, summa cum laude. Andrew Dylan Noble, summa cum laude. Sky Nowlin. Michael Joseph Orvieto, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Brian David Paredes, cum laude. Gia Patino. Christopher Michael Peoples, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Aaron Michael Michael Petronick, magna cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. William Polanco. William Hunter Pugh. Ileana Quesada, magna cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Christopher Ryan Rawlings. Juan Sebastian Rincon. Nelson Rivera. Sebastian Enrique Rivera Wharton. Stephanie Rodriguez, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Sumant Vivekananda Sahai, summa cum laude. Juan Luis Salgado, magna cum laude. Gustavo Adolfo Salinas Sedel, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Audrey Sigovatics. Franco Soto Gutierrez. Devin Stubblefield, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Malaya Dawn Stukenholtz. Andres Tumipamba, Senior, summa cum laude. Brian R. Turman. Pierre Adrian Ulafuli. Alfredo Villalba Gudino. Victor Elias Villegas Sabita. Bryce Webster Wetherington. Hayden K. White. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Maintenance. Taryn Michael Barnes, Jr. Sergio Castillo. Sean Loyal Frederickson, magna cum laude. Donald E. Hardy. William R. Poland III, summa cum laude. Victor Obiama Uday Chukwu, magna cum laude. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering. Remington Michael Buzinski. Roberto Antonio Deboski Moreno, cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Somo U, cum laude. Preston Joseph Stinnett, cum laude. Benjamin Stone Vining. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering Technology. Robert Conrad Cormier, magna cum laude. Jose Alejandro Garcia, magna cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Pamela D. Murphy, magna cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Safety Management. Jeffrey Terrence Martin. Lindsay Aaron Seaman, summa cum laude. This begins the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science in Aeronautics. Noah J. Burrows. This begins the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science in Aviation Maintenance. Tyler Lee Marshall. Diego F. Quinones. This one? This concludes the undergraduate degrees from the College of Aviation.
Dr. Sharma, will you please come to the podium to present the undergraduate candidates from the College of Business?
Will the candidates for the bachelor and associate degrees from the College of Business please rise? Dr. Watret, it is my honor to present the candidates from the College of Business bachelor's and associate degrees as recommended by the faculty.
This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Business Administration. Leonardo Acosta. Taha Jiwali. Jorge Christian Montanaldo Lugo. Daedwan McCleary. Coraline Francis O'Mileson, magna cum laude. Angela Jo Pitts, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Gary Lee Walters, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. Samuel S. Dickerson. Delavante Dion Hune. Henry Jones. Marlon Rod Thompson. Thomas James Wilson, Alpha Sigma Lambda. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Project Management. Tori Lolita De Deos, summa cum laude. Josephine Moran, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Connor Michael Stowers, summa cum laude. Douglas David Wilkerson. This begins the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Technical Management. Brian Thomas Ackerman. Arthur Anthony Clay, Sr. Wayne Kahn, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Matthew Ryan Dahm. Eric Daniel Farley, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Brandon P. Hawley, magna cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Barce Goodlord Jensen. William Joseph Kanixar, summa cum laude. Adam Tyler Lease. Linda Lease, magna cum laude. Michael Victor Malta, summa cum laude, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Paul Martinez. Stefan Sanderson. Brendan Michael Trinati. This begins the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science in Business Administration. Michael Robert Greco. This begins the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science in Technical Management. Michelle M. Gauthier-Rowe. This concludes the undergraduate degrees from the College of Business. This also concludes the presentation of undergraduate degrees.
We have now arrived for the moment for which we have all been waiting. Dr. Butler, will you please join me at the podium? Will all graduating candidates from the colleges please rise and remain standing? Dr. Butler, these candidates have completed all the requirements for their degree. With the recommendation of the faculty of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, I'm pleased to present them to you for conferring of the degree.
Thank you, Chancellor Wattret. Graduates, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you as appropriate the Associate in Science degree, the Bachelor of Science degree, and the Master of Science degree with all rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates. You may now move your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard.
Congratulations. Please be seated. Oh, I'm so sorry. Stand back up. No. Stand back up. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the Acapellas present our alma mater. The words are on the last page of your program.
Eagles gather near, we lift our voices loud and clear, soaring high, O alma mater, threads of blue and gold. United we soar in vast open skies. Embry-Riddle we hail thee, great memories will hold. So here's to you, O DRAU, alma mater true. We pledge in love and harmony our loyalty to you. Singing thy praise, remembering the days, coast to coast around the world, our bond forever true. Embracing our dreams with pride far and wide. Embry-Riddle we hail thee, great memories will hold. So here's to you, O DRAU, alma mater true. We pledge in love and harmony our loyalty loyalty to you.
Thank you to the Acapellas. We're delighted that you all could be here today to share in this special occasion. Please remain standing as Mr. Pepin offers the closing benediction.
If you'll allow me just one moment, I think this is a befitting story for where you are today, graduates. It was 2014 that I was introduced to Harriet and Ozzie. Harriet and Ozzie were preparing their home for their new arrivals, and my wife had found them on the internet. And so for several weeks, we watched Ozzie and Harriet as they prepared for their new arrivals. Ozzie and Harriet were eagles in southern Florida, and they had an eagle cam in their nest. And for 9 weeks, we waited patiently, and 2 eggs arrived. And for the next 12 weeks, all day long, 24 hours a day, those eagles were on my television screen and my computer screen. I got to hate Facebook, because at 2:30 in the morning, I would wake up and my wife would tell me how many times Ozzie and Harriet had fed those babies. How many fish ended up in the nest. Well, how does that relate to you today? It's what happened at about the 12-week point that I feel today is appropriate. I came home and my wife was in tears. Harriet had thrown the 2 baby eagles from the nest. They were essentially fledged. It is where the mother and the father send them off to become big eagles. Well, today we are fledging you. You have been fed with knowledge, and you've been coddled and cared for by your faculty and staff. And today we throw you from the nest so that you can spread your eagle wings and fly to new heights. And now, as we leave this place, may the eternal love enfold us. May the spiritual power strengthen us, and may strong hands comfort us, and may we be carried on eagle's wings until we meet again. Amen.
Family and friends, please be seated. We ask that you remain seated until the platform party, faculty, and all graduates have exited. Thank you.